So, Raid World War II is a game made by Overkill's sister developer by the name of Lionhead Lion, I believe. Um, it takes the Payday 2 formula of quickly getting into a mission, loading up a character with a certain skill set, and killing a lot of opposing units fairly quickly. In this game, instead of cops, of course, you're fighting the Nazis. The available missions are Odin's Fall, Hunters, and Trainwreck, I believe. Odin's Fall, you take out a Hindenburg-type airship, or blimp, pretty much, except it uses hydrogen for fuel, I believe, is why you fill it up with gas and stuff. Hunters, you go to 3 Nazi camps and take out the Nazis within them. And then Trainwreck, you blow up a bridge and then steal gold from a train. Pretty much Train from Payday 2, one of the worst heists. But not exactly. It's actually a lot different. I have yet to complete that one. Just because I've been trying to figure out which class I like the most. Stealthily. Right now I'm just looking for gas tanks to blow up a bunker. They spawn around randomly, so sometimes they're hard to find, other times they spawn right in front of the thing you're trying to get into. Also, lockpicking is a minigame rather than a timed event. One thing I don't think I like about this game is instead of automatically picking up ammo from dead enemies, you have to press E to pick it up, which means you have to look down and distract yourself from gameplay. At the same time, it makes it easier to share ammo with people who need it more. But can't really talk about how much content, or I can't really talk about how much content this game has as like a review or whatever, because it only has 3 raids, I believe they want them called. Getting shot at. My health is kind of halfway full, but eh. Don't really like the spray on weapons. Hey, look, some fuel cans. Also, enemies can drop health as well as ammo. So, instead of having a regenerating armor bar, you have to worry about your health bar. Which matches how this is supposed to be a slightly slower World War II shooter. And I'm fine with that change. What I'm not sure about is how each character you starts at level 0, rather than having all the characters be the same level. You just customize the skill set differently. And I'll show a little bit of that menu. I don't know. I feel like I would like this game if it was as fast-paced as Payday 2, but it seems like it's going to be a much more traditional kind of slow shooter, even if it takes mechanics from Payday 2. So, I don't know. A lot of the times these have health in them. There's probably other fuel cans because they don't always spawn in one place. I still haven't figured out how you reset your downs, because in this game you get 3 downs just like Payday 2, but I'm not sure, because there isn't really doctor bags as far as I've found. It might be at a higher level you unlock equipment like that, but I haven't really looked into it that much. I'll probably be getting this game on release. I, of course, haven't pre-ordered it because never pre-order anything. Because, I mean, a lot of times, even if there is a pre-order bonus, you can find codes for that around the internet. So, never pre-order anything. Especially when it's Destiny 2 and they just add more and more microtransactions to fuck the customer. But that's personal opinion, of course. Also, I don't really like any of the base weapons for classes in this game. They all kinda suck. And I guess they're supposed to be the starting weapons, and there will be much more powerful weapons you unlock. That leads me to another problem I have with this game. They lock each weapon class to the actual class you're playing as. Right now I'm playing as Assault, but there's also a Sharpshooter, I think there's a Medic, and then Demolitions as well. And they get a bolt-action rifle, a carbine of sorts, which is a pistol caliber rifle, and then the Demolitions gets a shotgun. And that's respective to the list I mentioned earlier. I kinda like how snipers have like a glint on their scope, and then when they fire there's like a long red bullet path, rather than having lasers like snipers in Payday 2 have. It fits the setting a bit more, which is exactly why it's like that, since there weren't lasers in World War II. Well, at least adopted by the military. There might have been lasers and things, because there was a lot of weird stuff in World War II. Like, they did in fact have night vision. They just, it was all infrared night vision. So what they would do is mount like a huge IR lamp on top of a sniper rifle or what have you, and then the sniper would wear specific goggles that would let them see the infrared light. The problem was, once they knew about this, they equipped their own soldiers with those goggles and could see those huge lamps that were attached to said snipers. And I mean, that would be a cool special enemy in this. People with night vision. But, I don't know, nighttime doesn't really work very well in games. Also, I like how grenades, instead of being you press 3 and they go off, you can actually cook them and hold them. And then with the melee weapons, you press 4 to bring it out, and it stays out, so you can charge up attacks and do whatever without having to hold down a melee button on the keyboard. They also seem to do a set amount of damage. I don't know if I'd want that system in Payday 2, but it's probably better. Also, those flame guys, flamethrower guys, kinda cunts. I think I killed that flamer. Also, dog tags are the collectible in this game. They give you better rewards at the end of the mission, I believe. Not 100% sure on that. Doors like that, I hate. I'd rather have a crate or something to tell me that that's not where I can go. But it also comes down to, these maps are a lot more random than Payday 2 ones, so even though I've played this mission like 4 times, I don't know exactly where to go, since the paths change a fair bit every time. Right here, it's running awfully. And I'm recording onto a separate hard drive, so it shouldn't be affecting that much, I don't think. You can hit most of the targets from the same AA gun, but when it comes to the target up there, you need to use this specific one that's aimed backwards. And then frame drop. Well, it dropped last time, but that's weird. Is it rendering the whole inside of the building when I look that way? Because when I look away from the building, it's like double the frame rate. So it could be they're not culling geometry exactly correct. Also, this tank moves. I don't know if it's supposed to be able to kill you, but I don't know. In closing, I kind of like the game. The level progression is a little more linear than I'd like, since each character has a specific set of skills that you can level up, which the other characters don't have access to. So with the Insurgent, not the Assault class, some of the skills are the same, but I don't know. I'll need to double check that. I could be wrong. No, skills are different. It's just that first set. Because I can go to characters. What I was talking about earlier is when you create a new character, you can choose one of the 4 classes, then what, like, who he is. That's how you spell England, right? Fuck. Yeah, it totally is right. But the thing is, he starts at level 0, so I can't just rearrange my skill points. And yeah, I guess this reminds me a lot more of the perk decks, rather than the actual skill system, because it's a lot more linear. They probably share a few skills between them. My only real problem with this game is how each class is limited to a specific weapon. So the... wrong box. So the sniper or sharpshooter can only use the Springfield bolt-action rifle. The assault class can only use the M1 carbine. Demolitions can only use this shotgun, and then the Insurgent can only use the Sten, rather than everyone being able to use everything, how it was in Payday 2. Because it's more customizability and allows for more fun, I think. But that's my opinion. And then each character you create has its own level, and each class has its own set of skills rather than sharing skill trees. But that's a design decision that they made, and I can't tell them it's wrong. I just like how quick Payday 2's skill system is. Thanks for watching. I'm taking off.
Those suffering from cabin fever may show signs of irritability, listlessness, and similar symptoms resulting from long confinement or isolation indoors.